Hello and welcome to HRL Season 8, the Oval Series, round number 5. This is going to be on Capua Dome. Go over the track a little bit. Don't have to zoom out too far. Very interesting style of track. The straightaways will probably remind you of HRL Superspeedway, but the corners are a different thing entirely, and they're even kind of different on their own. First corner is a bit more wide open than the second one. The second one's definitely a lot tighter than the first one, and definitely lends itself to some, last corner moves, potentially in the last lap. We'll have to see how the race goes. Yeah, preferred line so far seems to be, there's the cushion line on the outside is really, really strong, but if you want to make passes, you got to know how to work the inside as well, so gonna have to be balanced to be fast on this track. Top 5 qualifying times, let's see. Pole sitter is Real Deal with a 10.276. Second was Armada with a 10.294. Third, Fireball with a 10.305. Fourth, Elite with a 10.352. A little bit of a drop off there. And then fifth, Camby with a 10.369. It's actually a lot of variety in speed throughout these qualifying times from what I'm seeing. But there's the top 5. You can see the whole starting order right here. Going to be a 140 lap race, and the interval is, 145, the interval's 40. And here we go to the green flag, and unfortunately this is another track where the checkpoints got glitched. They were working in practice for some people, and then in the race they weren't working for anybody, so that was just interesting. I still don't know how exactly that works, but whatever. So I'm going to have to go by when people pit. I'll have a rough idea of what lap we're on. But we're complete. What are we? Complete like the second lap or so here. Fireball now working his way to the lead, but Real Deal doing those slide moves, trying to protect it. And that's going to be very important on this track. Yes, the outside cushion is the oh, that was almost really bad. Yes, the outside cushion is the fast way around, but if you want to be strong on this track, you're going to have to know how to work your way through the pack, and working that inside and middle line is definitely going to be important. That might be a caution there in the back. Guessing that probably was. Fireball even goes out at the front. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably a caution. We'll just wait to see when they stop. Camby worked his way up to second now. The relatively good start. And yep, as expected, stopping single wide on the backstretch. Very early caution here. We'll have to see if anybody takes a pit. Guessing somebody in the back will probably take an early pit as usual. So here we are. Front runners, as expected, are going to skip out on that. Racer and Elite both going to opt to take their pits. And they're both pretty far in the back of the pack, so probably trying to steal some lead laps later on, if possible. Ooh, Racer beat him out. And luckily there's not checkpoints. Probably would have just stole like an extra lap there if there was, but they come back around to the front. I'm going to get this lined up double wide and going again. Capua Dome, one of the new tracks made for this season. A lot of the tracks that we've raced so far, besides Chile really, have been old tracks. This is one of the new ones. Green flag. Real Deal with a really good start. Definitely going to be holding on to that lead initially. Those guys from the outside are going to be coming around with fat runs. It's like a 4 wide there for second. Camby starts to stretch out in front of that pack. Looks like he's going to hold on to second, but still a really good like 3 or 4 way battle there for third. Fireball trying to stretch that run on Camby. Just going to get up to him, but can he complete the pass? Goes for a really hard dive, and that's going to ruin both of their momentum quite a bit there, so Real Deal's definitely going to get a gap off that. And he should be sitting comfy in the lead at least for a little bit. Let's see if anybody tries to make a move here. Nice 3 wide there for fourth. A lot of good battling here. Like, the front runners are getting stretched out at this point, but a lot of good battling here in the back still going on. These drivers trying to settle their positions. Armada has now stretched away from that pack as well. Looks like he's settling into the cushion. Like I said, Real Deal just barely stole the pole from him, which was close. It could have been Armada's first pole, but not able to hold on to it. But judging by that qualifying time, judging by both his qualifying times, I think his average was pretty good as well. Looking to be pretty strong on this track. So maybe an Armada performance that we finally expected. Nice crossover there out of Real Deal. Did not let Fireball prevent or stop his momentum whatsoever. And then there can be a nice crossover as well. Let's see if Real Deal can pull it off again. Not quite able to that time. Not as clean as the first one. He's still going to get that run back in the first corner. Oh, and Fireball screws up the cushion. That's going to slow him down as well. Fireball going to try to make that inside work. Not going to happen. He almost tried to go for a middle line, but as you can see, he lost a ton of momentum. And look at this top 5. These guys are really catching up to each other. Armada's even right there behind Luke in 4th. Camby screws up, and this could be a move for, well, Luke's going to make the move. Armada not quite able to make it, and they both lose their momentum, so the whole order is going to stay the same. Armada potentially a move here for 4th. Going to the middle line, going to try to make it work. Not going to happen. He's just trying to find anything he can to make those passes happen. Yeah, Armada, you could tell, looking pretty fast here. It's just going to all be about making the right move at the right time. We're having a pretty good green flag run so far. And that's one of the benefits of not having, I think we only have like 11 drivers for this one. It was, kind of funny if I could say this back in the Reach days, only 11 drivers. But the nice part about that is we should see a lot more green flag runs tonight in general. Instead of having like 15 or 16. 15, 16 drivers, doesn't matter the track, you're probably going to have quite a few cautions. 11 drivers, that's quite a bit less, and it should be a lot more clean and green racing. Real Deal's coming up to lap the first driver right now. He's going to take down, looks like Sector, he's going to try to put a lap down. And the top 3's gotten pretty spread out. It's Real Deal, Fireball, Luke, pretty spread out. Armada eventually got around Camby. Camby's fallen off quite a bit, so Armada moving into 4th. Like I said, looking really strong so far. Camby falling back into 5th, which was his qualifying spot, interestingly. And there, Real Deal's going to complete the pass on Sector. And is Sector going to play any kind of role here? He's mostly just holding that middle line, trying not to screw up the leaders going around him, because he does know that they are hauling around that outside. And it looks like Justin, I was going to say he might go back up to the cushion, but looks like he's going to hold on the middle. And look at how fast Armada is just making up that time. And it's got to really suck to be a lapper on this track, because you're just going to go down so fast. He's definitely hoping for a caution, that's for sure. This top 3 is getting really close as well. I think we're going to see a battle break out here soon. Fireball definitely had a... Ooh, Hunter with the crash. It looks like it's cautionless. But look at this lap traffic that the top 3 is catching up to here. We got like a lapped pack of 3 drivers. We got Justice, Racer, and Jared I can spot in that pack. Oh, Jared. And Fireball's going to take his pit, so he must be in the pit window. So we'll see how that evens out. That's probably an out-of-box right there. Oh, he had to fix it. He had to fix the out-of-box. Camby also pit as well, I believe, on the same lap. Man, that sucks for Fireball right there. Who is that? Hold on. Justice with some creative... It doesn't really matter, but Justice with some creative pit entry here. I just kind of have to highlight this. Yeah, that's not the pit entrance, but okay. So Fireball exits the pit, and that's gonna put him. I mean, look at that. It looks like he's going a lap down to Real Deal here, so that's really shaking things up. So when Real Deal and Luke take their pits, then we'll have a real good idea of where this top 3 battle is looking. I think there they both take it. They're both gonna take their pit on the same lap. So let's see how this evens out. Luke goes into his pit. Real Deal a little bit later. There it is. Is that last pit entry. So Real Deal gonna take his pit as well. Let's see how they come out. Looking for the red guy, Fireball. Alright, looks like they both had a... Oh, that is so unfortunate for Real Deal, no! Oh my god. And Real Deal loses the lead. Justin and Hunter taking their pit as he was exiting his pit. That is so unfortunate. And he was going to come out with a massive gap, definitely in the lead. Now he's back in 2nd with Fireball right behind him. That's very unfortunate. So a lot of, Real Deal and Fireball are in 2nd and 3rd right now, primarily because of pit issues. Those pit issues for both of them, Fireball had to fix his out-of-box. Real Deal had to get cheesed. I think those pit issues definitely going to hold them back for the rest of this green flag run. So Luke is now the leader and has stretched quite a bit of a gap on 2nd and 3rd with those pit mistakes. Well, one of them was a mistake. The other one was just kind of cheese. Another driver. Okay, so Armada actually, he might have led some laps there. So my bad on that. Armada might have taken some laps led. He's just now taking his pit. Let's see where he works up. This does not look to be the fastest pit. He might even get passed up by Camby. No, I don't think so. So I'm thinking Armada's still in 4th here, with Camby in 5th. So that wasn't too fast of a pit. But, you know, he still maintained his 4th place position. Right now, this is probably the closest battle on track for 2nd right here, between Real Dill and Fireball. Fireball really showing off in the last corner there. How you can make some massive dive bombs on this track. Another driver going for pits. Oh, that's right. So I think the lead, Elite and, well, I don't think Razor did, but I think Elite may have stolen some laps led there with his late pit. But now it's going to cycle out, and I think now officially Luke is the leader taking lead laps, and Real Dill and Fireball officially in 2nd and 3rd, as far as I'm aware. And they are still the closest battle on track. And that could be big, them taking that late pit strategy, stealing some of those lead laps, because most laps led is a big bonus. It's the biggest bonus point set for anything. It's 2 bonus points for leading the most laps, and then obviously if you led the most laps, you also led a lap, which is also a bonus point. So realistically, you lead the most laps. That's like 3 bonus points in your pocket right there. So that's a big bonus compared to some of the other bonus points. For example, you get the pole, it's just 1. The hard charger is just 1. The team point is just 1. So yeah, that led most laps is huge. So you're going to see a lot of drivers not just try to win the race, but try to lead a lot during the race, because then even if they slip in the end of the race, that 3-point cushion is going to help them out tremendously. I mean, think about it. I mean, let's say you finish like 5th, but you lead the most laps. Let's say the person in 4th just, probably won't happen, but let's say they just don't get a bonus point. You would end up with more points finishing in 5th with those lead most lap bonus points than the person that placed in 4th. So it's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. Could play a big role in the point standings. Fireball finally getting that momentum he's looking for, and Real Dill also at the same time has a bad run through the cushion. He's going to try to immediately respond. Oh, that was an aggressive slide job, but a clean one. Was able to get in front of him. And that's what's awesome about Capua. This track is all about the slide jobs. Yes, the cushion is the preferred line, but like I've said in the past, oh my god, that one was a bit too aggressive. And Real Dill's probably going to pay it forward later. Fireball, it might actually happen really soon. Fireball with a really bad run. Here comes Real Dill back on him. It didn't even have to hit him. That was just a clean one. Fireball goes for the crossover. Let's see how they go in this corner. Fireball's going to try to make it work around the middle. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Going to try to slide up, steal that momentum. I've been basically watching their battle this entire 2nd pit window, but it has been a really good battle. And let's get an update. Where is 1st place? I'm trying to see the gap here. Okay, so leader hits the line right here. 2nd place right here. So that's about exit of the... So around when 1st place hits the exit of turn 2, these guys are hitting the finish line. So they're going to be hoping for a caution. That is a pretty substantial gap. It's going to take quite a few, you know, lap driver incidents and, you know, pit mistakes for these guys to work that up on a green flag run, especially with how hard they're battling for 2nd. So they're definitely going to be hoping for another caution here. And even though with the reduced lobby on a track like this, it's probably going to happen. It's just a matter of when. This is a really long green flag run, though. I love the way that finish line looks on this track for some reason. Alright, still going at it. Oh, this is going to make it interesting. We got lap traffic. I can't tell if that's Justice or Racer. I think it's Justice. He's going to move to the inside, so good job on him there. He ended up not playing too big of a role in that, where he could have really screwed things up. Hunter going to get in that battle with him. Oh, Jared! Jared might be playing a role in this. He's going to hold that middle. Now he's working his way to the inside. Good job on the lap drivers. They're actually doing a pretty decent job so far of getting out of the way. I mean, these guys in the lead are coming on them with such fat runs. Like, they're getting there so quickly that it would honestly, from, thinking about it their perspective, it'd probably be pretty hard to be a lap driver on this track. God, is this battle ever going to end? Still, Real Deal and Fireball, like bumper to bumper, second and third here. I've been following him most of it. Let's get like a different shot here because this green flag run is offering a lot. So you get a really good shot of Capua here. Oh, a little spin out. I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to be a caution though. Justice trying to pull a short track strategy here of after wrecking, just acting like you can't get your car back started to try to fish out a caution. And we must be in the pit window. Camby and Fireball taking their pits. Camby actually comes out ahead, so he might be they might be lapping up to 5th place. A lot more pitters as well. So that is Luke taking the pit. Where's Real Deal? I think Real Deal's going for the lead because they pit together last time. So this must be an early pit for Luke, and Real Deal's staying. Oh, there they are. Oh, no. More pit cheese. Real Deal goes into the pit as Luke's exiting, and that will maybe help Real Deal catch up to the lead a little bit. Maybe. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt Real Deal, honestly. I mean, I guess it maybe helps him a little. It's probably not going to make that big of a difference, really. And that's a big lap traffic pack. Yeah, I don't know if that helped Real Deal much. Oh, Camby. Oh, that was close. Camby crashes, but I don't think that's a caution. We've had a lot of single car crashes. We're just waiting on that caution to eventually happen. Let's get another different angle here. And as you can see, Real Deal and Fireball back to battling in second and third. What a surprise there. Or do we have a caution called? I think we do. Okay. About time. That was a freaking ridiculous green flag run. So let me look. I'm going to see what lap we are on approximately. Okay, so roughly we are on like 74 or so. We're on like lap 74, 75, somewhere around there. So we're about halfway through the race. And obviously, a lot of these drivers only have to take one more pit. But I mean, you may see some pit strategy come out here again. Maybe one of those drivers in the back wisely decides to take a pit here. And I've said it time and time again. If you're in last and there's a caution, there's literally no way or no reason to not take a pit in like 99% of scenarios. So let's see what they do here. There are some cases where you don't want to, but for the most part. Okay, so that was like mid-pack, but Elite's going to take a pit. I don't know if I'd go for that, but if I'm like in Sector's position or Jared, like those bottom three, really, if I was any of those guys, I'd probably go in. But you also got to understand, for Elite, it's not that bad. It's early in the cycle, so might not be too bad of a thing. We've seen other drivers do that on past races and have some success, so taking extra pits is not always a bad thing, especially when it's early in the race like this. You gonna go double wide there, bud? So going to the restart here, lineup at the front is going to be, I don't think it should be Racer, but it's Luke, Racer, Real Deal, and Fireball. Interesting strategy on the start here. Racer might come out with that early lead. Fireball with the run on the outside. Oh, this is going to get juicy. Real Deal as well on the inside. Fireball potentially making a big move to the lead. Oh, Racer with the crossover, though. And now Luke's finally found the cushion. That's a big run. But I think Racer is going to hold this up a little bit, because Fireball's way by him. I thought Racer would have had a better like retaliation move, but he got smoked pretty fast. Fireball's definitely gone. And that was an interesting pit. So Racer's going to go in for his pit. It's a really good battle for the rest of this pack. Oh, that's a fat run for Armada there. Going along the inside. Trying to get that top 5 positioning back. Camby as well trying to recover. I think he was involved in that caution. Oh, that's going to be like a 4 wide Armada. That's a ripperoni. I don't know if that's going to be called a caution. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to. It's probably more of a subjective call. We'll see what the drivers involved in that. Judging by the way Luke and Real Deal just ran the inside there, I'm gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say it's probably called a caution. Lining up single wide again. We're around like lap 80 something. Depends if somebody pits this lap. I don't think anybody does. Oh yeah, so racer pit. Yeah, so we're around like 85 or so. See if anybody takes the pit. Maybe one of those last place drivers, possibly. Elite actually got really far. He's already back up to the top 5, so I don't think he's gonna do it again. Yeah, nobody takes the pit. Don't know if I agree with that, but gonna line up double wide now. It's one of those things, even though we're halfway through the season, I think a lot of people don't understand the intricacies of the pit strategy yet, and why you should. I say it all the time, but I don't know. Like, if you're in last, you should always do it, but whatever. Coming to the green flag, here we go. That was a really good restart for the inside line. But Real Deal, surprisingly, he didn't get as fat of a run on Fireball as I thought. Real Deal instead is going to slide up on Luke and try to take advantage of that momentum. That's a really good move right there. And it's going to end up being a 3 wide for the lead. Real Deal did kind of get shoved out of it a little bit. Crossover here for Fireball. I think Real Deal's got the advantage, honestly, in third, with all this battling going on in front of him. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Real Deal with there's the retaliation move on Fireball. And Fireball flips in such a way that he keeps going. So we're going to stay green here. Oh, but then cheeses it off the rumble. Oof. That was a rough lap for Fireball there. He's going to have to go into the pits and get some repairs on the Mongoose. But we're waiting for the payback all race, and there it was. I'm running out of coffee. Rip. And we're going. I wonder if Fireball's going to pit this lap. What the hell? Sector is actually going to do it. There you go, Sector. There you go. There you go. Doing something different. I'm glad he did that, because that gives me an idea of what lap we're on. We're on lap 92. 92. Lap 92. Alright. But they went around twice. I think it's going to be like 94 at the line. So after that long green flag run, we've had quite a few cautions. Let's see if they can keep it green here for a while. To the line, Real Deal and Luke on the start. Pretty solid restart, I would say. Oh, I just realized Camby is back up in the top 5. Hunter and Elite as well. And Armada right outside of it. So with Fireball getting shoved out of it, we have a lot of these other drivers getting involved in it. Been waiting for Camby and Armada to get back in there. Oh, Jared. I think that's going to be clean and green, though. Oh, Hunter and Camby running side by side. It is getting intense for that position. Camby trying his best to hold off Hunter, maybe even set up for a crossover, but Camby's got to be aware that Armada is making gains, and he's right behind them, so Armada could even make this like a 3 wide if he wants to. I don't know if he's going to want to, though. It looks like he's kind of trying to do it. He's just waiting for that correct. Oh, that would have been it, man. If Armada saw that coming, he would have had a huge run, but I don't think he saw that slow run coming. That might be a caution there in the back. Saw on the edge of your screen. And it, yeah, it's going to be a caution. So I think this is, yes, this is it. Okay. Okay. Is this the one? This might be the one. Let's see what these guys do. Hold on, let me watch it first. Okay, it's not. It's not. Never mind, never mind. Let's just get to the restart. Nobody takes their pit. But we are getting really close to that last pit window. Remember, 145 lap race. Let me double check. 40 laps is the interval. 40 laps. So that means that we're getting really close here. We're getting really, really close to that pit interval, where you're going to see some of these drivers taking their final pit. Luke and Real Deal taking the front row. Hunter and Camby in the second row. Hunter, that's a name we haven't seen in the front of this pack like all race, but coming here late in it. Well, that was kind of a sus move, not going to lie. on the inside rumble. And early, Real Deal will lead that lap. He had a fat run on the cushion, and Luke's not able to get up to it, so that's going to give Camby an advantage. Camby might even be working his way into second place now. And Real Deal's going to just be getting away with that lead. It's whoever can get on the cushion immediately and run it clean just has such an advantage here. You got to get up there as fast as you possibly can, but sometimes, like right here, you see, oh, Hunter was not ready for that momentum, and with that slight contact of Jared on Fireball, that might be another caution. And I'm guessing it is. So let's get to the back here, and this is the interesting one. Yes, this is the interesting one. So this caution, the reason why this caution is so interesting is because it comes out on 106. So, right? I believe 106. 106. Let me check. Yes. So this caution comes out on 106, and that's going to make things interesting because, remember, 145 lap race, 40 lap interval. So if you pit right now, you could in theory make it to the end. But if there's a green-white, if there's just one green-white checkered, you're going to have to do an extra pit. So this is going to make the race very interesting here. Let's see who pits on this lap. Remember, you can make it to the end if you do, but don't want to risk that green-white checkered. The top three going to stay out. But a lot of these other drivers, we have 4 other drivers. Oh, Justin just got conked. We have 4 other drivers opting to take their pit. And I'm going to show my highlight of the race, Thug Life, from Justin after getting conked in the pit. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Alright. Oh, that would have moved. So that was a big pit. So let's see which drivers did. So Justin, Hunter, Elite, and Jared all opt for it. So those guys are going to be some big risk takers here. Because like I said, one green-white checkered, and they're probably screwed. But this could work out in their favor. A lot of these guys are going to have to pit under green. So those guys that did not pit, they are banking on another caution. They're betting that there's going to be another caution this race. And if they're wrong, one of those other 4 drivers, very high chances that they will win. This is a crazy restart. 4 wide, and this is big too because a lot of these drivers have to pit soon. So they're probably just trying to get singled out instead of trying to battle so hard, except for those front 3. They're trying to battle really hard. Oh, Real Deal, that was a really nice move. I'm not going to lie. That was a solid move out of there, Real Deal. That was like perfect timing to take his pit cleanly. That's going to work out for him too. I bet he's going to make fat gains. Oh, and look at that. Look at how the rest of these drivers had to pit. So 4 drivers in the pits at the same time. We have Fireball, Luke, Camby, Armada. Oh, Camby and Armada slow pits. That's going to hurt them. Let's see where Real Deal... And Real Deal does come out right in front of Fireball and Luke. So like I said, that was a solid pit maneuver by him. That was like the perfect timing. And I think there might be a few other drivers that may still have to take their pit. But that's going to move the lead to these people that I think pit early. Well, I guess technically Racer's in the lead, but he's like out of fuel at this point. So yeah, Ramda just took his pit. So like realistically, yeah, it's Hunter in the lead right now. So Hunter in the lead, Elite second. There's Sector in third and Jared in fourth, and those positions are legitimate. And remember, if this race goes green, those guys don't have to pit again. So completely off of pit strategy if they get lucky and there's not a caution. This could be your top 4. But look at how quickly this pack is catching up. This is Real Deal, Fireball, and Luke here. 5th, 6th, and 7th. And look at how rapidly they are making gains right here. Oh, Fireball just had a big run. They are catching up very quick. Oh! And Real Deal, the hard move from Fireball there. Possibly some more retaliation. May even see Real Deal try to get him back if it goes later in the race. So that switches up their positions a little bit. And now Luke and Real Deal are going to battle. But at the same time, I don't think these guys want to battle too much, because if they want to catch up, assuming that there's not a caution, they're going to want to keep it single wide. Because the only way they're going to catch up to those guys up front is if they just like settle it down, settle up on positions, rail behind each other, and go for those positions. Because it's going to be tough. I mean, look, they just hit the line right there. There's the lead too. So, and they don't have to pit again if there's not a caution. And Justin's right there actually. He's like right there. Oh my God, this is an insane scenario. So Team Barry with the 1-2. Is their risk-taker strategy going to work out? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Justin, that was close. Close right there. And I think Armada already took his pit. So Armada's in a rough position. Their racer takes his late pit, which means that we are nearing the end of this race. We're at about like 23 laps to go or so. And here it is. It's already happening. It's already happening. Fireball going to try to take 4th place away from Jared. And then Luke and Real Deal are going to be railing as well. So this is big. Jared might be the first risk taker to lose some of these spots. Look at that. Now Luke's going to work around the outside. Is Real Deal going to be able to take it as well? To wait and see. Oh, Real Deal with a rough cushion run. That is not the time that you want that. You want to be able to take advantage. And Jared gets Luke in the wall a little bit. He's going to slow down this run out of both of them. That's going to bring Real Deal back in it. Jared not wanting to give up this position. And Real Deal's not having any of it. He just slides Jared up into the wall there. No payback needed because Real Deal's just going to take care of things. He was not having any of it. And then Luke and Real Deal are going to go back to battling. And then probably settle it out because, like I said, now Fireball's got a pretty big gap. And Fireball himself has a pretty big gap to work to the lead. And even Sector up there. They got a ways to go, man. It could happen, though. Like, this track, those top 3 drivers, they are fast enough. But Elite's now in the lead, by the way. He's stolen it from Hunter. But Elite and Hunter, they're not too bad either. And they are running the cushion line. But they do have lap traffic themselves to deal with. Even though those other drivers are pretty quick, I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to have to take some major lap traffic slow up to do this on a green flag run. Big gamble. Might be paying off. Fireball is now Justin fighting for his podium position. Fireball going to try to take it away from him. And there is Luke in 5th. So Real Deal's outside the top 6. And lap traffic, I was talking about it, but they get by it super clean right there. Elite is going to work by that pack. Hunter is going to work by that pack. And we're running out of time. There's like 10 laps left. Elite and Hunter cleaning the lap traffic. Oh, this could be the move. Oh! And that could be a costly, risky move there for Luke. Now going to lose those positions. We have a caution on the track, trying to make the run on Fireball to go for the 3rd place. Because at that point, I don't think either of them were going to catch up to 1-2. But that could really not work out for Luke at all. And Justin... Well, actually, Justin didn't get hurt by it that much. And also, I believe this is a good caution, in a way, for Elite and Hunter. I think that they're still good on fuel. So as long as there's not another caution, I think they're still good to go. So Elite and Hunter, at the moment, let's see if anybody pits here. I'm going to guess no. Yeah. So Elite and Hunter at the moment are probably breathing a sigh of relief, because if that caution comes a little bit later, they're screwed. But at this point, it's actually not so bad. Now at the same time, yes, it does hurt them a little bit. You got Real Deal and Hunter now right behind them, really thirsty, for a win. And, you know, could make a big move here. But at the same time, they still have the front row start. There's not that many laps left. They just have to block and hold on to the lead. Let's see if they can do it. Green flag. That was not a very good restart for Elite. But they still hold on to the lead. And Jared and Justin are going to make it tough for Real Deal and Fireball. There goes the move for Fireball. Oh, and Hunter in the wall. Potential contact. That might be a late race caution. Elite trying to make the move. Real Deal and Fireball in the lead, but Elite does not want to give up the hopes of a win. And it is going to be another caution. Now that is the caution that screws Elite and Hunter. Because at the pace they were going, I think there was only like a couple laps to go. I think that Elite might have had a chance at taking that win back. Fireball and Real Deal were battling side by side. It was between those three. He might have been able to take it. But with that caution, I think that Elite, Jared, Hunter, and Sector are all going to have to pit. And this is such a tough thing to do, but you have to do it. So there they all go. And smart for them, because they were going to run out of fuel. And I think we are on our... It's going to be a green-white checkered. What the fuck? What does Justin do? What the What is he doing? I don't really know what's up with Justin here, but alright. He's doing something. All right. I don't. He like drove by his pit. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So that first caution, not too bad for Elite and Hunter. That caution, though, that's not going to be good. And here we go to a green-white checkered. Can those back four risk takers get their spots back with 2 laps to go? Can one of these top contenders that have been there all race take the win? Green flag. 4 wide battle for second. Camby to the inside on Real Deal. Real Deal's going to opt for the cushion, but Camby has a good run. White flag. We haven't talked about Camby in the lead all race. Here he is leading the white flag lap, but there's a huge collision in the back. But it's going to be green flag to the end. Who's going to get it at the line? And Camby takes the win at the very end here on Capua. What an exciting fashion to take your first win of the season. That was the closest photo finish that we've had probably since that Hollywood race in the grand finals. I think that was season 5. It could have been 6. I think it was 5. That was a close photo finish. We'll have to review that one for sure. And there was also close photo finishes for other parts in the track. But that was a crazy green-white checkered. Let's take a look at that again. And see how Camby was able to take the win. So I analyzed this previously, and what it really came down to is Camby he plays this restart super smart. So first of all, he has a good restart, but I like the move. Instead of following Real Deal, he goes to the middle to steal Fireball's cushion momentum and then use that to propel himself to the inside of Real Deal. So he basically just took Fireball's line away from him and used it to pass Real Deal. But then he got a little bit, oh my god, we'll have to review that as well. Then he got a little bit risky, and Fireball with that big run, and then at the line, super close between the two. And you see multiple different angles. It's going to look different on all of them, or really close on all of them. We end up giving the credit to Camby for multiple reasons. One, it's very close. I think he does get it on the photo finish regardless. But if you do look at... Now, even though I think Camby got it regardless, Fireball also does go to try to make this final move work. He does go pretty far on Racer there, taking Racer out and damn near like 3 tires under the apron. So I think I would have given it to Camby anyways, but I think he gets it regardless at the line, even though it is really close. But when it comes to those other finishes, it's going to be close for third. Now remember, Racer did run out of fuel, so rip Racer. But I think Armada also gets this spot on Racer. This one's really close. Again, it doesn't matter because Racer ran out of fuel. Racer might have even gotten this one. This one's like closer than the other one, honestly. It's basically a tie. I think I would have given that one to Ramda, but it's very, very close. The good thing is it doesn't matter because Racer ran out of fuel. But the other position does matter. I think Elite did get that one over Jared. Let's look at that again. Oh, that's not it. So that finish there for, well, that's for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's for the 4th and 5th position. So Elite's gonna beat out Jared for that 4th place spot, finally breaking that 6th, 7th place curse. Jared takes top 5, so that's pretty big. Sector's 6th, Hunter 7th, and well, yeah, I'm counting Racer down. Okay, so then Luke and Real Deal end up taking 8th and 9th. Let's see how that happened after running such a good race throughout the entirety of the night. So you see both of them are on the outside here, and honestly they're both in a pretty rough spot, even if they don't get wrecked here. But these 3 drivers on the inside just make a very aggressive move, and yeah, not gonna lie, little sus on Elite. Runs everybody in that pack all the way up to the wall, and that pretty much futches everybody behind. I'm honestly surprised that only 3 people like flipped out of that. I think that there should have been more. But a crazy finish to Capua, and unfortunately, white flags are open to the end of the race. So That was crazy. So after that, like I said, Camby, his first week wasn't too strong. I don't remember what his positions were exactly, but they weren't the best. Like I said, just not a good opening week to Camby. But then he comes in, starts off his second week with a win. So it's a good way to start. And Camby was one of the people that I think was on a lot of people's minds for being like a championship contender in the Oval Series. So if he doesn't like if he doesn't win the championship or doesn't make a very good run for it, it's gonna be because of how bad his first week was. His first week was just not very good. Let me look at it here. A 13th on Brooklands, ran out of fuel, and then a 10th on Chile. It's just not the strongest. So if he ends up having a really strong run here at the end of the season, I think he's going to kick himself for that first week back. Now we're going to be moving on to Sacramento.